A very good morning, students. Students, today we will start a new chapter, and the name of the chapter is Water, a Precious Resource. Yes, students, water is very precious to all of us because it is very essential for living beings. We cannot imagine our life without water. So, as even we cannot think a day without water. So, as I already told you, it is very important. Students, 22nd March is celebrated as a World Water Day. So, to attract the attention of everybody toward the importance of conserving water. Even 2003 was recognized as International Year of Fresh Water. So, by doing such activities, we spread the message of conservation of natural resource of water. And it make people understand that there will be no life without water on the earth. So, we also believe that if you have water, you can think of the future. Right, students? And let's start with our first topic, that is how much water is available on the earth. So, students, 71% of the earth is covered with water. However, all of that cannot be consumed by the living organism. So, as you can see here, these graphs. So, here in these graphs, you can see that 97% of the earth water is saline. It means that it is salty. So, that is present in the oceans, and 3% of the earth's water is the fresh water that is present in ice caps, glaciers and underground. So students, out of that 3%, just 1% of our fresh water is easily accessible to us, whereas and rest of the water is trapped in glaciers and snowfields. Now the next topic is different forms of water. Students, you know that the water exists in all three states of water. This is the one of the unique nature of water, that it exists in all the three states of matter simultaneously, and it is these are interchangeable. So student, different forms of water are solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. So water which exists in the solid form, that is ice and snow on the earth. Then the water which is exist in the liquid state is in rivers, lakes, ocean, underground water. Then student, water which is exist as water vapor in the atmosphere, that is in gaseous state. So students, various forms of water which is available on the earth is solid, that is in the form of snow and ice. Then liquid state, that exists in the liquid state in rivers, lake, pond, ocean, underground water. Then gaseous state which exists as a water vapor in the atmosphere. So student, the continuous recycling of these forms of water takes place, and the amount of water on the earth is maintained of constant. So in most of the urban areas that have a system of water supply, whereas underdeveloped areas, or you can say in rural area, the people depend on resources like rivers, lake, ponds, hand pump, etc. So they have to depend on these resources to get water. We will discuss about the groundwater as an important source of water. So as you know, the water that falls on the earth's surface, where it goes. So when that water slip inside the earth and gets accumulated in the cracks and the gap of the rock which is present inside the earth. Then when the water table, which is also called the upper limit of the layer of water which is present beneath the earth. So the water table can vary from one place to another. Now we will talk about the groundwater. Student, what is the groundwater? Groundwater, like as I told you, a part of rainwater that seeps into the porous soil and rocks, and it keeps filling the space till it reaches the layer of impermeable rock which is called groundwater. And student, the level of groundwater which is below the surface of earth at any given place is known as water table, as I already told you. Then student, there is an infiltration. What is infiltration? The water which is stored below the water table is the groundwater, and the rainwater percolates into the ground through infiltration. And student, due to this, the groundwater gets recharged. As I told you, groundwater is an important source of water for supply in towns, villages, for domestic and industrial purposes. Then student, there is one more term, that is the aquifer. What is the aquifer? Students, an aquifer is a natural reservoir of water that can be used for drinking. And student, it is formed by a layer of underground rock with a recharge area from which water seeps into it. Now you can see here water table, you can see here, then groundwater and aquifer. This is the aquifer, this is water table, and due to rain, the groundwater and water table recharge. Now student, next topic is how underground water can be obtained. So students, groundwater is generally obtained by digging well, using hand pumps and electric pumps. So by these ways we can get or we can obtain the groundwater. And we will discuss about the depletion of water table. As you know that about what is water table. So student, the water table of a place may decrease if we keep on taking out more water than what is getting replenished due to rainfall. So student, there are several factors that can cause water table depletion. So what are these factors? These factors are increasing population, increasing industries, agriculture activities, low rainfall. Student, increasing population. How increasing population leads to depletion of water table? So student, as you know that if the population of a region increases, so what will happen? The demand of fresh water also increases, right? So it means that more water is being required. Then it also increasing population will demand more space for living, right? So which leads to the construction of more houses, shops, industries, buildings and road. So student, all this reduces the possibility of rainwater and it will increase the demand and uses of groundwater. So student, this result in depletion of the water table of that region. Now student, increasing industries. Every industries require water in its production process, right students? So as number of industries increases, more water is drawn from the ground. So all of this result in depletion of water table. Then agriculture activities. Student, in case of no rain or low rainfall, so what will happen? Farmers will use the groundwater to irrigate their land for agriculture purposes, right student? So because of this, it will deplete the water table over the years. Then low rainfall. So in places where there is low or scarcity of the rainfall, the underground water table is generally low in that particular area. So thank you students and have a good day.